Don't let your mistakes define whether you deserve happiness or not. Give yourself more grace. Be more patient with yourself than that. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Listen, like life is too short to dwell on too many mistakes and too many issues. Um, it's wild. Like in when one area, check it. So when I remember when I was in art school, right? I was doing this thing where I had to deal with photography, and then I had this class for photography, and I also had a class for painting. I had a few other classes too. But I remember when I was struggling with painting, I was doing well with photography. And when I was doing well with photography, when I start really pushing all my attention towards photography, as far as making sure those assignments got done, when I made sure those assignments got done, well, what happened is I start struggling on like I said, photography, and then there's painting. Actually, I switched it around because I was struggling with painting. So it's like, and I learned how to mix colors properly. It's a little bit more difficult than you think, but when once you get into the zone, you get into somewhat of a rhythm with it. It works out pretty well. It almost seems second nature once you get a process. But I say that to say this: that sometimes it's weird how sometimes you'll find connection with certain people, whereas sometimes you'll fall out with other people. And then in certain situations, you have the right answers over here, but then you kind of trip over answers over here. And life is a constant ebb and flow. Is a constant process up and down. I hate that because it almost feels like it should be. It's like you want to aim for a consistent flow of going upward. I mean, but the upward process of evolution in itself is growth, and growth itself takes adversity. So you gotta take the good with the difficult. Let's not say bad. Let's say the good with the difficult, the good with the obstructions, the good with the adversity. Like that's the only way growth happens, and that's how evolution happens, and that's how we evolve, that's how we grow, that's how we build. You have to be able to deal with the unexpected, just the unexpected things and the unexpected seasons that pop up in life. That's just a part of life, and sometimes that goes the same way when it comes to your spiritual nature, when you're trying to learn how to navigate things on a spiritual level. So not just in the physical world, but in the spiritual world, when you're trying to figure out how to understand certain things or try to find peace of mind with certain things in your life. I'm learning how to have more grace with myself, but I was trying to do that without letting God in as much as I should have, because a lot of times my pride gets to me a little bit, and I feel like I want to be a little bit stronger. But to be stronger on the spiritual level, you have to allow yourself the vulnerability and the transparency that it takes from an intimate relationship with God. So you need that. You can't have that type of spiritual strength without allowing God into your life. That's what kind of makes it a little hard, because it's like, man, it's like I'll be wanting to do so much by myself, but I also have to have to open myself up to. I have to release myself of this idea that I have control over anything, or trying to control everything, so to speak, and then just allow God to actually intercede in my life. But yeah, anyway, y'all be blessed. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Y'all take care. I hope y'all are well. Love y'all. Oh, by the way, open mic every first Friday. Next one's June 6th. First Friday of the month, June 6th, 7 to 10. Hometown Nutrition and Fitness, 1000 East King Avenue, Kingston, Georgia. Come through. It's the Silk Cypher. Come through, look fly. This ain't silk. This is like a different type of linen, but the idea is, it's about luxury. It's about comfort. It's about style. Come through, do your thing. Peace.